Yo, how's it going? How's everybody doing today on this fine Sunday, man? Oh, give it up for yourself, man. Yes. So a lot of things have been going on in the news. We're going to get to those things, some of those things, not everything. There's a lot of stuff going on, but we'll get to some of those things and talk about them. If you've seen the chapter, you know, or the title, then you know some of the things that we're going to be talking about. All right, man. First show of the year, man. First show of the fucking year. Attack of the Go Bang Bang. Yes. The first show of the year, man. How is y'all year going so far? Mine, not good, not bad. You know what I'm saying? Not good, but not bad. You know what I mean? Like it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster right now. You know what I'm saying? I have things that are trying to work against me, but I'm trying to overcome them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing good. I'm still standing strong. Hopefully you guys are as well. Wait a minute. We got Diz Riz in the building, man. What up, man? Shout out to my boy Diz Riz. Yes. In the building, man. Welcome in, good sir. So you know, hopefully your year is starting off on a good foot. Mr. Diz Riz himself. I seen some of the videos you've been dropping, man, doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So please go check out his channel, Diz Riz ENT, man. He has a bang of things that he's posting game wise, and he's putting stuff out, man. He's constantly putting it out. So go check that out and support. All right. I think the last thing I seen like Cyberpunk or something like that was on there. In there. If you're into it, man, check it out. All right. Even if you're not, just check it out, see if you are. maybe you are into it and you don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? So just go over there and check it out. But yes, it's been, man, it's a roller coaster. It's been, you know, things trying to work against me. I'm trying to figure out how to become the new me. You know what I'm saying? It's the new year. I'm trying to do something a little bit different. I know that I've set some goals for this year. So I'm you know not really goals per se, but more so just things that I want to accomplish. I guess that's goals. That's goals. Fuck it. That I want to accomplish and get done. So one of those things is just becoming a different me. Letting some bullshit go. You know what I'm saying? Because so often, man, I don't know about y'all, but like I get stuck in the bullshit, and you wake up and you're like, man, why is all this bullshit on me? Because I've been rolling around in this bullshit, right? I think that it's time to make some changes, right? Especially those that were with me during the what was it called? The book phase, right? When we were doing the books, right? The way of the superior man type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm having to shed some layers. You know what I'm saying, and figure out what the new me is gonna be. That's what I'm about right now, and trying to figure that out. And I'm getting to the end of the road on that one. All right, so you guys will see and know as everything unfolds and everything starts to come together. Hopefully, you guys you'll be able to see it on me. You'll be like, man, this guy's glowing a different type of glow. Something's up. You know what I'm saying? He's choosing happiness over here. Okay, hopefully you guys be able to see it. So yes, that's what it's about, man. 2025. That's what I'm about to do. Got some things I'm gonna do, some goals that I want to some that I want to try to tackle, as well as kind of just grow, man, grow as a person. You know what I'm saying? And just try my hat in just different arenas. So stay tuned for that, man. I'll be doing some things on that end. So yes, you'll be able to get to see a little bit more of me throughout that time. All right. Now let's go ahead and get to some housekeeping before I get into this thing. All right. More to love. What up? More to love in the building. Hey family, great to see everyone. Yes, and it's great to see you as well. So a little bit of housekeeping. If you can slide your finger across that like button, they say that it helps the algorithm. I don't know. It just it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Remember I used to say that like 2 years ago. So please do that. Hit the like button as you come in. Also, you can tap in on the subscribe as well. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification, the bell to let you know every time we go live. All right. Oh, we got Jakar Lee in the building, man. Says reach out to Lee's Goal Reaching Agency. 100% satisfaction guaranteed is what he says. So I do not endorse this. I do not know what he speaks of. So if it all goes down, you can't sue me. And if it all goes well, pay me. All right. So yes. And then if you want to, you can. There's a ticker above us, above me right now. If you want to hit the Cash App up, there's a $25 range to hit another show in the following day. You do not have to pay. Okay, it is not. You do not have to donate to the podcast. Simply hitting a like would be great. All right. Just simply if we do reach the $25 minimum, I guess, line or whatever it's called, I will do a show in the following day. So yeah, there's that. And I got some clips that are lined up now. Just a forewarning, if you do donate, you might not like the topic that we talk about, okay? So don't be mad at me if I talk about something that you didn't want to talk about, okay? You do have the option to give me some suggestions as well if there's some things you want to talk about, and I can try to fit those in as well. But yeah, I don't talk about just news. I talk about a variety of different things. Last time, I think Jakar Lee jumped in when we were talking about some things. I don't know if it was relationship based or whatnot, but he's like, "Hold on, what's going on here?" Right? That's because we normally don't do. I normally don't do just news on those podcasts. It's two ways that I don't just do news. One of them is if we hit the $25 mark, and the other one is the open mic, which is at the end of every month. So the last Sunday of the month is when I do an open mic. I'll open it up to whoever wants to come on can come on and get it in. I did take a gamble and send out some notifications to join the podcast. Nobody hit me back, so I'm not going to send any more out. But I will be looking to see if anybody wants to come on the end of the Sunday, the last Sunday, and then we'll see if we can bring some people in, or if you just want to come in, just say it. All right. So I think that's it. All right. So I did the like, subscribe, notification, Cash App, and open mic. All right. Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and get to getting what I'm getting is good here, okay? Because I know that. Whew, you know what? Let me hold on. Let me set my thing up so I can make sure I get notifications if anything jumps off. I need to go over to. I didn't set my Facebook up either. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up as well because normally those who are on Facebook, for some reason, Facebook does not come over here for some reason onto my stream. Thank you, that one person that hit the like button. Thank you so much. I see somebody did hit the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, for some reason the where is it at? The comments that are in the that come from YouTube does not come onto Ecamm. I don't know why. I've logged in and everything, but for some reason it just does not want to. It just doesn't want to do it. So there's that. So I will be looking over at Facebook to see if anybody does say anything. And I'll be, of course, my YouTube pops up. So I can definitely see you guys on that. All right. So we're gonna go ahead. Thank you. Thank you to those who hit the like button. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start with, man, in Kentucky. Okay, we're gonna go over to Kentucky. I've been to Kentucky. I think no. Yeah, I've been to Kentucky. Is Knoxville is it Knoxville? Not Knoxville. Fort what's the fort out there? Fort Knox. I think it's Fort Knox. Fort Knox is in Kentucky, right? Where they house the gold. I've been out there for a little bit. It was I think I went out there, it was kind of cold and everything. I was supposed to go to school out there, but it was some paperwork issues, didn't get to do it. But yes, Fort Knox. We're gonna go over to Kentucky, man. So what happened in Kentucky? Man, something that happens a little bit too often. Okay. It's another instance of where the cops go to the wrong house and they kill the goddamn owner of the house, man. Let's take a quick look at that and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
The police raid the wrong home and they kill an innocent man, put him up full mass. Kentucky police killed 63-year-old Douglas Harless after dispatchers repeatedly told police officers the address of a house they were supposed to raid over an alleged stolen weed eater. You heard me correctly. Only for the cops to raid the wrong home, kill the man inside of the home. Police said Douglas Harless, quote, produced a firearm and pointed it at officers, which is why they, according to the report, had to shoot and kill him just before midnight last week.
God damn. Okay. Talk about the land of the free until the government comes kicking down your door damn near around 12 o'clock in the morning, man. Over a weed whacker? Is that what we talking about? A weed whacker? Yeah, Jakar Lee said killed over what? A weed whacker? We doing no knock raids over a weed whacker? Fuck a no knock. It could have been a knock. I don't know. But a raid over a weed whacker? A stolen weed whacker. This is they was all geared up and tacked. This is when you know your police department really ain't got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know some instances in some places, like when they don't have a lot of shit to do, everybody fucking shows up to this one scene. So I'm pretty sure they were like all gung ho, strapping on their vest, got their little night goggles and the ARs and lasers and all kind of shit. Like, yeah, we about to go get that lawnmower piece. I don't understand it. I don't know how do we get here? Why? Simple solution. Why not just knock on the door and ask for it? Is that beyond the scope to just hey Jerry, you got the weed whacker that they said you stole. Like, this doesn't seem to be a raid worthy event to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, man. Jakar Lee says he pointed a gun at the police. What did he think was going to happen? What did he think was going to happen? Wait a minute. I know you're probably not a gun owner, but if most gun owners, if they hear a bang in the middle of the night, they're grabbing their weapon. What are you talking about? This was they may not have, I don't know if they did or didn't. They didn't specify if they said it or not, but we've seen plenty of instances where they have these no-knock raids and they're busing in to somebody's house. The wrong person house. Let's let that not escape us real quick, Mr. Lee. It's the wrong house. Okay? They're not supposed to be there. He's not a criminal. As a law-abiding citizen, if you bust into my house, I might bust a cap in your ass. That might just be how it goes if you busting into my house. What are you talking about? Yeah. So it's crazy, and it's over a weed whacker to the point. Like I said, you just can't knock on the door and say, "Hey, man, give this man his weed whacker." In which case, it'll be like, "Yo, oh shit, we're at the wrong house. My bad." Because again, they were at the wrong house. So they would have figured out by just communicating and talking that, hey, man, I'm at the wrong house. We need to go over here. Which later reported that the house they were going to, nobody lived at. So they weren't going to find a weed whacker there anyways. But yeah, just not, I mean, it wasn't like it was a drug raid. Just knock on the door and say, hey, man, where's that weed whacker? So you damn right. I'm going to grab my shit if I hear somebody banging, kicking in my door close to midnight and I wasn't expecting no company, man. Hell yeah. More power to him, man. And I'm not sure if y'all heard what Dr. Ritchie said, what he noted, that the dispatcher repeatedly gave officers the correct address. Okay? So they had to keep giving them, hey, man, wait, what's their address again? 10-4? They gave them the correct address, which was not the place that they went, right? So they did that over and over again. Now, for all my thinking people out here that could think logically, I'm pretty sure y'all probably are wondering the same thing I'm wondering, right? You're probably asking yourself, why would the dispatcher have to tell them over and over again the address to go to? Because everybody knows that the address is going to be written on the warrant, right?
It's also raising questions as to why the police were asking dispatchers for the address if they had an actual search warrant, which would list the address on the damn warrant.
So I don't know about you, but this thank you for ever hit that like. I just seen it go up on a Tuesday, on a Sunday. Appreciate it. I don't know about you, but I mean, there's something in the air, right? There's something that's not quite right here to where you're calling dispatch and you can simply just look at your piece of paper and say, oh yeah, this is the address. And then double check the address and verify the address. For my military people out there, when you had to do inspections, you probably inspected it more than once because you knew, especially if whatever the equipment that you were inspecting, somebody's life was relying on that equipment to do whatever it's supposed to do to save life. You would normally have to continue to watch or to continue, check it more than once to make sure that it's good to go. You might even have somebody else come behind you and check, right? Why couldn't that happen for an address? Nobody looked, and we got so much. We got Google Maps, right? It's long gone are the MapQuest days, right? Where you had to fold the paper and actually look at it and say, okay, 4 miles down, make a left, right? And keep turning the page. Like you get turn by turn directions now. How are they screwing this up? Is the police the new army? I'm just playing. I'm playing Steve. Steve, I'm fucking around. I'm playing. I'm playing with Steve. Steve is a army vet, man. I'm just playing with you. I did not mean that. Shanti came on the screen and she made my blood pressure go up, and I said that. I apologize. You're welcome. What is you welcome for? What is that? I don't understand what your welcome is. Yeah, not sure. Hey, cousin Steve says Shanti. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Something's not right on that end. You get told over and over again what number one, you got to ask over and over again what the address is. You get told over and over again what the address is, and you still get the address wrong. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. Miss Shanti said the like that I just gave you, boo boo. Oh, appreciate you. And I'm not your boo boo. Number one. Okay, so let's relax. Let's relax with that. Okay. My name is Marcus, aka E. I don't care what you call me, as long as you call me baby. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I should have said that. I should. You're right. You're right. There was lines, and I crossed it. I apologize. I apologize. Yeah. And let's. So yeah. So I mean, just thinking about the story, it's wild again that this tactic is still being utilized. And it's not yield, especially when it doesn't yield the results. And there's life loss in that pursuit, man. I don't think that a stolen weed whacker requires SWAT. That just seems like an overkill. And then the fact that the old man, I think he was like 68 or something like that, 63, I think. He lost his life because they couldn't knock on the door and just ask. This is weird. That's weird to me. But this is the world that we live in. So, moving on. All right. People are getting kicked off of American Airline, man. I don't know if they're having a problem over there, but over here on ACE of Spades podcast, I know we haven't. We've seen our fair share of crazy airline passengers on the airline, right? And so we're no strangers to what that looked like. All right. But and this is especially after the pandemic, man. Everybody lost their mind after the pandemic. So but it seems like everybody pretty much would have, they lost their mind back then and didn't know how to act. All right. So I'm gonna show y'all a clip, and I want to see if y'all can identify or articulate to me the reason that this young lady was kicked off the plane.
Kicked off a flight because a passenger said he felt threatened. I'm going to give you a portion of the video.
But make up stuff about what?
Absolutely not.
But make up stuff about what? What could have possibly happened that made this happen? Okay.
Stop doing that.
No, because we didn't do anything to be kicked off of the plane. We were never rude. We never got on to anyone or did anything. So what is that? Why would that even happen? Who is they?
The captain and the flight attendant.
Her?
They discussed it, and if the crew decides you can't go, you can't go.
We don't know anything that happened at all. I'm just letting them show. The guy in the front said I don't know what he said. We don't even know what happened, but if they put their hands on me, I'm calling the cops.
Well, he already touched, so go ahead.
Baby, did you get my... Got the backpack. Are you fucking serious right now? I never spoke to him. I never said anything to him.
Damn. Okay, so based off of the clip, not what Dr. Richie said, but just them in the cabin, I don't know exactly what was the reason why they got kicked off. Apparently, you can just say you feel a certain type of way. Is that what it is? And because he felt that way, they got kicked off of the bus? Like, that just... Or maybe it was the fact of, I don't know if y'all noticed how many how you say it, Ashanti, YT people were surrounding her. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Let me see. The young lady did try to offer up a better explanation in the hopes to get to the bottom of what happened. We'll play the video on that, and then we'll come back and talk about it on the other side.
And when I got on the flight, I put my backpack under my front seat, and the flight attendant asked me to move my backpack. I said, that's fine. I can put it above me if there's any more space up there. So I got up and I said, if I can move this bag over, then I can fit my bag right here. And I touched the bag above me, and the guy next to me got up and yelled at me and said, do not touch my bag. Do not touch my stuff. And I said, okay, like, I'm sorry. The guy started whispering to his wife next to me, and he got up and he said, I'm threatened. I feel threatened. And he yelled at the people that worked on the plane and told them that he felt threatened and that he felt uncomfortable. He said that it was a race thing and that he felt threatened because he's white and I'm black, and that I mentioned something racist towards him, although I never spoke to him or even said anything out loud. And they pulled me and my partner off of the flight. And they said, oh, it's a race.
Oh, well, damn. So he just he felt threatened by, I guess, her very existence. I don't know. It seems like we got a Karen, or is it a Ken? I don't know what they be calling themselves nowadays. They're like the P. Diddy of rapists. I mean, of racism. Thinking of violating that young lady like that, man. Racism. It sounds like they were upset because she was trying to make room for her bags. I don't get it. I don't understand. This happens plenty of time. Everybody's been on an airplane where you try to move luggage, you know what I'm saying? And you try to get it fit in. I've touched people's bags. People's touched my bags just to try to maneuver and make room. The stewardess people, the flight attendants also did the same thing just to try to make room. So this is not an unusual thing that happens when you're on an airplane. So I don't understand why this is something that is like, wait a minute, I'm scared now, right? Like I don't get it, and don't tell me this grown. You seen them in the cameras and shit. Don't take pictures. This grown ass man decided to use his white tears to get a person of color kicked off of the plane because of his feelings. That's what I'm picking up right now. Okay, and for those that know, all right, we all know, and we've heard. There was a big one that we heard of where, this is nothing new to us. All right, normally you would see white women weaponizing their tears against people of color. But if this man, if he wants to dip into the lady pond and be a lady as well, then I guess he can go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? More power to you. It's the upside down. We in the upside down, so you can do that. Okay. I've seen plenty of European American men yelling up and down the streets in their cute color coordinated outfits, talking about how Jews won't replace them, or black people don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Slurs and all that stuff. I've seen them out there, man. They was up there chest high, you know what I'm saying? Spouting it. But this guy is not one of those, I guess. I guess he'd rather go the lady route and say that he's afraid and feels threatened by a woman. I mean, that's, my guy, if that's the type of the man you are, then okay. When I say this is the upside down, this is what you can't convince me otherwise. This is the upside down. Okay. He's supposed to be a strong white man. He over there scared of a little black girl, man. But yes, so much for, I guess, superior race. I mean, time and time again, that has been debunked, but I guess this is just another reminder that shit don't exist. But yeah, but off of the coward, we're gonna go into a bigger picture though, okay? Because this is one of the things that kind of was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? This is not the only time this has happened, right? And this is really dealing with the airlines themselves. Let's take a look.
3 black men, we just reported on the update of this, were booted from American Airlines after a passenger complained that the black men had a foul odor on the plane. They didn't know each other. The men filed a racial discrimination lawsuit with the airline, and that lawsuit settled last month. The airline employees involved in the incident were also suspended from their positions because of their actions.
Damn, they said they stank. That's what did it. Okay. And what's crazy is apparently they didn't even know each other. They weren't even together. So it's like almost like they were just going through the crowd and was like, oh, there goes one. Oh, there goes another one. You stink. Like, really? And not to say that these guys stink. I'm not saying that this applies to them. But there are, I've experienced several cultures, and I've understood that every culture has a different belief system and a different way of they operate and all these things, right? And hygiene is one of those things that, and again, I'm not saying this is them. I'm just saying in general. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'll get to that in a minute, but different people believe in different things that come from different places, right? So it's important to practice, I think, and train racial sensitivity, right? Because a lot of places are getting rid of racial sensitivities, right? Because there are people that do not believe in it, and I experienced it firsthand as well, right? So I understand how this could be something that could make someone uncomfortable, but you can businesses like these, would think it would be wise to be careful how you operate within this realm, because you never know who rights you may be trampling on because of what you don't like, right? Or what you believe or feel, right? So I mean, it's a sensitive subject. I get it. This one I don't think was sensitive. I think this was just plain racism. I think they were just was black and like, yo, it's too much cocoa butter. It stink. Like, you got flavor to you. We don't like that. Only wet dog. This is the wet dog out in this area. I kid white people. I got a lot of white people friends. Okay, I got like 4 of them. So Terrell is one. He makes up one of them. But yeah, no. In real talk, I mean, it's just one of those things that I think you got to be very, very sensitive about. You got to be careful with, because yeah, people, you don't want to get a problem on your hands. American Airlines. Okay, so be careful who you talk to. What you talking about? Okay. Get it straight. All right. Damn, I just don't give a shit. Somebody laughed at me. I don't give a shit, huh? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about here. I'm kidding. I play around. Okay. I'm just kidding. I know a lot of white people, and they do not smell like dog. They smell delicious. Yes. So we talked about this actually. We talked about this before. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so moving along. They're not the only people who also got stopped and tried to get. Well, I think they got kicked off of the American Airlines flight, but I think they tried to kick off this retired judge as well. Let's take a look.
Last year, if you recall, retired judge Pamela E. Hillville. We had her on the show. The judge spoke with us about the incident in which American Airlines, a male flight attendant, told her to use the rear restroom. She was in first class also. Used the rear restroom despite being in first class, and then falsely accused the judge of assaulting him and tried to get her arrested. You know why she did not get arrested? Because when the police arrived to arrest her, they were able to determine she did not assault anyone, gave her we apologize, there's no issue here, and she continued to move forward.
Man, okay, so they damn near tried to Rosa Parks the judge, man. What the hell? Gonna make her go back there to the bathroom? No, man. Yeah. Why would they even think that was okay to tell that lady to go back to the bathroom, right? When she's clearly in first class, why would you tell her to go back there? You know what I'm saying? Never mind the first class, just the fact that she's an elderly woman as well, man. You know what I'm saying? She due that respect. You know what I'm saying? So why would you try to make her go back there and use that bathroom, man? I think they got a PR problem, man. They need to get this on the wraps, okay? American Airlines. I liked you guys. I think when I flew overseas. I think I flew with you all. Get it together, man. Get it together, because I could have been the one kicked off. Because you say I smell. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be kicked off, because I know I smell good. All right. I know Ashanti would probably say something different, and I'm waiting for her to put it in the comment section. But okay, I'll say it's not all the time bad. It's not all the time bad. All right. I'll say that. Let's just be honest. Okay. It's 2025. Let's keep it real. So yeah, that's why I say it's important to also vote at the ballot, but not also at the ballot, but with your wallet. Okay. Choose and select who you want to give your money to. Okay. You do not have to give your money to these corporations if they do not, follow or believe in the same things that you believe in. All right. Or against the things that you believe in as well. You definitely stink. I was just waiting on that one. See,
congratulations, you played yourself.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check out, man, for those who probably know this already. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're all aware of what happened in Las Vegas right after the New Year's. However, for those who are not here, here's a quick video on basically what happened, the route that he took, and all that good stuff.
Investigators say the notes on his phone providing clues to a possible motive. Why did I personally do it now? I need to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burden of the loss.
The Army Special Forces Master Sergeant pulling into the Trump International Hotel Valet at 7:35 Wednesday before pulling out, returning an hour later, and then just 17 seconds after pulling in, the explosion. Flames tearing through the vehicle. Police saying he shot himself in the head. At least 7 people were in.
Yeah, my bad. I put I love Vegas right when it. Yeah, my bad. Steve said he loves. You know what, man? Vegas is cool. Okay, I stayed out there a little too long on the TDY, and I got burnt out on Vegas real quick. But it's a real cool place. You know, it's always good time when you go there. Stank is hot and shitty, but it's all right. It's a pretty. Shout out to Vegas. I don't know why I'm shouting out Vegas. I don't know nobody in Vegas. But yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Last time, I had like a little hangover moment when I went over there last time, man. I went to go see some things and witness some things I ain't never see or witness before. I had to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it was. You look weird. Steve, she said you look weird. I don't know what that's about, but that might be an inside joke. All right. So, yeah. So, here's okay. So I'm gonna show you another video real quick. It's just some things I want to see if you guys pick up on, man. I'm gonna talk about it later, but I just want to see if you guys pick up on it.
Investigators say the notes on his phone providing clues to a possible motive.
Why did I personally do it now? I need to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burden of the lives I took.
Master Sergeant Livelsberger was on approved leave from his base in Germany when he rented this Cybertruck from the Turo app on December 28th in Denver. Investigators tracing his movements from Colorado to New Mexico to Arizona through Tesla charging stations, releasing these new images showing him at a Tesla charging station in Kingman, Arizona.
Tesla did provide and helped our team be able to recover the thumb drive that records other types of data to include video by the Tesla.
I'm a weird, I guess, man. I don't know what that's about. She said Jerry wrote that. Jerry, your mother's weird. We'll start right there. So yeah, so we've seen some of those things, man. Just keep that in mind, all right, of some of the things that you've seen. Now, I'm pretty sure we can all kind of guess where this is going to go to. But I'm gonna go ahead based off of what we've seen so far. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we know where this is heading. I'm gonna go ahead and play this last video, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Through these interviews, we've found that the subject held no animosity towards the president-elect.
Instead, authorities pointing to an all too common trauma.
This incident is more public and more sensational than usual. It ultimately appears to be a tragic case of suicide involving a heavily decorated combat veteran who is struggling with PTSD and other issues.
Our thanks to Mola. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide or other mental health crises, free confidential help is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call or text the National Lifeline at 988.
All right, so I'm gonna take my little entertainment hat off real quick. In all seriousness, for servicemen and women, first responders and civilians alike, okay? I left that number up in that clip for a reason. If you feel like things are getting heavy, and your options seem few, please take the time to contact that number, and seek some help or some call somebody, a friend, let somebody know what you're going through, somebody that could talk you off of that ledge. So yeah, just get that help. All right, put my entertainer hat back on. Okay. So all right, let's get back into it now. All right, so not that it matters anymore, or matters at this point, should I say, but it would have, I would have liked to know what the cryptic or vague message that was left behind, what that necessarily meant, because he said that the United States was terminally ill, I think he said, and headed towards a collapse. I would have liked to known, what he's seeing that as, right? Because I feel like in the climate that we're in now, depending on which side you ask, both are going to say the exact same thing. So I would be curious to know which side that was going to go on, because it's kind of weird to me that he says that, but then he rents a Tesla, Elon connected, goes to a Trump tower, Trump connected, not the Trump tower, but a Trump hotel, Trump connected, and then does what he does. Which is like, what are you, what do you, did you blow it up and did you do all this for, against, in protest of, in protest for? What was the message here? You know what I mean? Like it was a little bit confusion there. I'm pretty sure there probably are some more things that he probably said that they may have for evidence or whatever, but based off the message that they displayed, it seemed very like they tried to make it very neutral, and not being one way or the other. So that would have been very, very interesting, because I think I've seen posts where he was a Trump supporter, so it would make it baffles me of why he would choose that area. I don't know if it was a dedication or what, to do it in that spot. That just seemed, I don't know. That was confusing to me. Maybe if you guys know, please let me know, because I have no clue. And another thing, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but he had a Black Cat shirt on when he was in the video. And the Black Cat, for those that may not know, is a brand of fireworks. So that was the fire. He wore a fireworks shirt as he offed himself and lit fireworks in the back of the trunk. I don't know if that was also a significant piece of information or not. But yeah, but obviously outside of the explosion, there was another disturbing thing that I noticed. And it was the video that came from the Tesla. You see how much information they got from that thing? Tesla is the new Petridge Farm. I think that's the name of that shit with the commercial. They be like, hey, remember walking on the farm with your dog, Chad? Petridge Farm does. They're the new Petridge Farm, man. It's like, hey, man, remember that time you got out the car and farted and think nobody heard you? Tesla did. Remember you said you were going to your mama and you went to your baby mama's house? Tesla remembers. Why is Tesla's watching y'all, man? Hey, watch out for Tesla, man. These they gonna be snitching. Okay, they out here snitching on y'all. Don't be careful, because they had this brother in 4K. It was a Puff Daddy video over there, man. So please, use that as you wish. Apparently, they can just pull the footage and check and see where the hell you was, what you were doing, and who done got up in your vehicle. So yeah, on another side note too, I think I've seen a decline. I don't know if this had to do with what we covered before about Elon talking about Americans were stupid and how we needed people from the outside to come in and do those tech jobs. But there was a decrease in people, I think, getting Tesla trucks as well. So I don't know if that might have been one of those things as well to say, hey, man, y'all over here dry snitching. So I don't know if I really want to really want to partake in that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Be careful out there. All right. So moving right along. Let me see where the hell I was at. Okay. So now we have, first, before, I think the Tesla, though, was it before the Tesla? I don't know if it was Tesla or the New Orleans, but New Orleans, I don't know how many of y'all, I'm pretty sure all y'all probably know by now, but New Orleans had a terrorist attack in New Orleans, man. Crazy. So, and I'm burning through these clips right now, too. I should have set up another one. Because I am burning through these clips. It's just me up here, so I'm burning through them really quick. Apologies. All right, okay. Now we're gonna make our way down to Orlando. Not Orlando, New Orleans, where there was a terrorist attack that rocked the world for many people. All right, who were just trying to bring in the New Year's. All right, and I think this happened around, I want to say 3:15 in the morning. A guy comes. Oh, Lee, are you still in here, Lee? Let me know if you're still in here, Lee. But yeah, comes through, driving through, and just mowed through people who were in the streets celebrating.
Tonight, new developments in the investigation into how truck ramming terrorist Shamsuddin Jabbar became radicalized. His half-brother Abdur tells ABC News in 2023, Jabbar traveled to Egypt for about a month, telling his family he was going because it was cheap and beautiful. And investigators are now trying to determine if Jabbar had been radicalized prior to that trip, or if it may have marked the start of his descent into Islamic terror. ABC News has now learned of a new FBI bulletin warning the nation's 18,000 law enforcement agencies to remain vigilant of potential copycat or retaliatory attacks inspired by this attack.
More to love. She says, I believe Baltimore had a mass shooting also. I thought I seen something on that as I was putting everything together for today. But I wasn't 100% sure because the clip said that it was going on for like a couple of days. But like when this, because it was a live stream and it said it started a couple of days ago, so I didn't know if it was just somebody messing around or if it was legitimately one in there. So I was not sure. I like copycats. Hi. That was weird to input right in there. Okay, cool beans, man. Yeah, so all right, there you have it. Another terrorist attack on U.S. soil. Okay, they are also wanting us to be vigilant, or they're warning us to be vigilant and watch out for other terrorist attacks, as well as like Mr. Dizriz said, copycats as well. All right, I've seen videos of this guy actually before, man. I think he was like applying for a job of some sort, and he was clean cut and just giving out his speech and what he's looking for, what he can do, what he can offer, and just seemed like a real just normal individual, man. And a lot of his neighbors also said the same thing as well. So I wonder what would make someone go to that extreme, because like the suicide bomber, he said that he wasn't intending to kill anybody, but he obviously blew it up at he offed himself and then blew up the thing, so that's why I use that terminology. Yeah, the same as him, he was also military. Both of them were, I believe, in the Army. So and that might explain his ability to use the rifle effectively. You know what I'm saying? Because there, for those who have done terrorism training or went through courses or whatever, you would know that that's one of the tactics that they would often deploy is when they would set off a primary, we'll call it a primary distraction or something that happens primary, to engage people to come in order to detonate a secondary or to do something secondary. That's pretty much what he did. He ran through, and then after he ran through, he got out and started to fire upon those who were looking to render aid to their loved ones, friends, families, or just anybody. So yeah. So I wonder either he got that from military, watching how some of those people in those countries do it, or like they said, he did go to Egypt and spend some time out there. No telling where he went, if he got radicalized then or not, or if he met up with some people, did some training on that end, and decided to go that route. But yeah. Now there were some survivors of this tragedy, and they're speaking out. We're gonna listen to one lady describe her experience.
Alexis Scott Wyndham was shot New Year's Day. The bullet is still lodged in the 23-year-old's foot. NBC 15's Andrea Ramey brings us her survival story.
Alexis Scott Wyndham rang in the new year in New Orleans with 7 other friends from Mobile. The Blount High School graduate says they were about to call it a night when Shamsuddin Jabbar barreled down Bourbon Street.
We heard something go boom, 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 and people were screaming, and I looked to the left, and a truck was coming down like the street, and he was halfway on the sidewalk too. He was just running people over like it was nothing.
Yes. Horrific, man. That's crazy. For all intents and purposes, well, damn, says Mr. Dizriz. They appear to be young kids just enjoying their health, right? And just out there living life. And I know some people who are out, who frequent New Orleans, and who have family out there out there as well. Matter of fact, glad my daughter moved from from NOLA, right? So people who have loved ones and families who were out there, man, and who uh it was devastating to hear that. I got some family who's out there, and I had to call and contact and say, hey man, how's everybody? None of them were caught up in there. He said no, so it was all good. But yeah, they're just young, living their life, and then this horrific tragedy just comes upon them out of nowhere, man. It's really disheartening. I understood that he had had others in mind to harm before going to Louisiana. Oh, and also money problems, but what he did is never the fix. Prayers for all that was affected. Yes. So, and I think they mentioned that to the half brother that he had, where he had wrote down that he was going to off his family as well. So, his brother was, of course, I would assume, shocked by that news. But yeah, I think he was also saying that he was going to off his family. So, and then the money problems as well. So yeah, I can, yeah. So I wonder if that was the catalyst for him to do what he did, because it just, I don't know. Yeah, that's sad. But yeah, the fact that they had to do that, prayers to them, to the family, loved ones, all that good stuff. Because yeah, that's heartbreaking, man. That's heartbreaking. Matter of fact, she's gonna the young lady is also gonna go. Because I'm glad that they survived and everything, but she's gonna describe the horrific scene that she was a part of as well. Let's take a look real quick.
To my left and my right, 2 dead people. It was a man on the corner. He was shot, I think, in the head. It was blood. His blood was just leaking. His eyes were open. They were still trying to help him, but it was too late. And the other person on the side, he was just laid down on the ground, flat. I'm just thankful. It could have been worse. Like, when people was coming to the hospital, they were looking for their family members, and some of them weren't even there. They were dead. So they was just telling them, like, sorry for your loss, and they would just bust out crying. So I couldn't do nothing but thank God that I only got shot in my foot.
Man, thank God that I only got shot in my foot. That's wild. Man, it's a crazy world we're living in. It's crazy. I couldn't, imagine having to see those type of images, man. Especially from this young lady, this young mind, who probably who isn't even fully developed yet, has to soak in everything that happened around her and try to make sense of it. Hopefully, everyone who is part of this, horrific scene is able to get help, because I'm sure this is not something that goes away. It's gonna, it can have the ability to stick with you for a lifetime. So hopefully they find the help that is needed in order for them to be able to recover and be able to enjoy the rest of their life, man. Thank you all for coming through. Yeah. I had a blast. It went a little quicker than normal. I don't know if I was speeding through everything, or if it just took the time. Next time I'll try to come in a little more calmer and a little more slower. But because I hate for it to end so quickly. I mean, I think it's only been like an hour almost. Hasn't even been fully an hour. So I want to at least give you guys an hour and a half show. I mean, to keep it live for you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy being here. So unless do you guys want me to just let me see. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so I don't think there was no donations for tomorrow. Or for a show tomorrow. So what I can do is, if you want me to, I could eat. Okay, never mind.
We happy? Vincent. We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
Yes, I apologize. I am so sorry. Ms. Zaya just donated $25. Thank you, Ms. Zaya, for the donation. I was trying to see if there was any message attached to it. I don't think there is a message attached to it. She just rolled in, dropped 25, and rolled out. I guess you waited to the end of the show to do so. So better late than never. Thank you again. Thank you, Ms. Zaya. So if for those that do not know, $25 was reached today. At least $25 was reached today. So therefore, I will do another show tomorrow. Come on, man, give it up. Now, what do I got planned for tomorrow? Okay. I'm not okay. So I was about to play the clip, y'all. She jumped in and she said, "Not today." I was just about to play the clip. And More to Love said, "Thanks, Ms. Zaya." Yes, thank you so much. Yeah. So there's a clip, okay, and look, as you can see, a lot of the clips that I use are from a show called Undisputable with Dr. Richie, okay, from a TYT network. He is a brilliant individual. I'm giving y'all a hint on what we are telling y'all what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Some of the things we're going to be talking about tomorrow. One of the things we're going to be talking about tomorrow. He is a phenomenal individual. Okay, from what I've seen and saw of him, what I've seen of him so far, and the way that he articulates himself and just his points of views on a lot of things are just he's brilliant. However, there was one thing I think he got wrong. So it triggered me a little bit. All right, no disrespect to him, it just triggered me. That was just me. But we gonna talk about it because I don't see eye to eye on what I don't see it the way that he's seeing it, and I want to know from you all if you see it the way that he sees it or the way that I see it. Okay, and this is going to be a straight reaction type of video. I'm going to go through it. I'm debating on if I want to break it down in segments or just play it all the way through. Hit pause and talk about each point. But we gonna talk, and I'm gonna talk about it live. I'm not even gonna script anything, write anything, put anything down. I'm gonna talk about it live, and I'm gonna get it off my chest because I just don't think that I think that he might have missed the mark, but he he was trying to beat it down heavy. He was trying to really put his mark on it, but I'm not sure if it landed. I don't know if it landed. So, no disrespect to him. I just want to see if you guys see it the way that I see it or the way that he see it. So that's what's going to be going on tomorrow. All right. So I was hoping somebody would do it, because normally what happens is I set something aside to be talked about for a following day. So if we hit the mark, then I'll talk about that. However, if we don't hit the mark, then I won't talk about those things, right? We'll just have to wait until next week and I'll come up with something else. I want it to be fresh and new and lively. I don't want to talk about something that's old. So there's going to be a whole week that goes by before I can talk about it again. So I'll get rid of, because before, I don't know if y'all remember, I was going to talk about cooking with Kaya, but we didn't get the donation, so I didn't talk about it. We did something else. But so I'll come up with topics. If we don't hit it, then we don't hit it. It's okay. It's not we got to hit it. I'm just saying, if we do, it's going to be something that's new, fresh, and straight up, right now, I'm not going to do something that I got a week ago, 2 weeks ago. That's not going to happen. We're going to talk about something that's new. And this is something that I just did today. And I was hoping that we would get to talk about it. And thanks to Ms. Zaya, we are now able to talk about it. I feel like a lot of my gun owners are going to be on my side. So if you own a gun, then you're probably going to be on my side. If you don't own a gun, you're probably going to be on his side. But nevertheless, we'll talk about it when we get there. Thanks again to Ms. Zaya for the donation.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And I was going to play a clip. I'm going to save that clip. I'm going to try to find some other clips to put in as well. I got some that's lined up and ready to go. So hopefully it's going to be a mixture of different things. Like I said, this is going to be on the paid shows. You get something different than just the news. So it's going to be something that's out of the wheelhouse a little bit. So we're going to talk about a lot of different things, but it's going to be a good time and all in just and fun. You know what I'm saying? So, but thank you again, Ms. Zaya. Thank you, everybody that came in through the into the comment section as well. More to love, Jakar Lee, Steve, and Miss Shanti, and for coming through and keeping the chat live. Man, sorry if I missed anybody else. But thank you all for coming in, keeping it live, keeping it fresh, and with your commentary and all, man. Some of y'all just crazy, man. Steve, you one of them, and definitely Dakar Lee is crazy as well, man. I don't know where he be coming up with some of the stuff he be talking about. And Miss Shanti, you just, I don't like you. And more to love, I always love you. All right, man. Y'all take it easy. Until next time, man. Peace out.